Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to begin this video by asking you guys a very simple question. And my question is this. Why do you think Mount Kenya rejected the former president Uhuru Kenyatta? Why do you think they rejected him? Because the mountain voted for Uhuru Kenyatta almost to the last man in 2013. They repeated the same in 2017 twice. As a matter of fact, Uhuru Kenyatta was the anointed one in the eyes of the mountain. Uhuru Kenyatta pushed for BBI. The mountain rejected. Uhuru Kenyatta pushed for Raila Odinga's presidency. The mountain rejected. Why do you think the mountain rejected Uhuru Kenyatta in 2022? Is it because of the handshake? And if it's because of the handshake, why? Or is it because of Raila Odinga? Granted, Uhuru Kenyatta used Cambridge Analytica in 2017 to poison the minds of the mountain. And Raila Odinga then became a devil. But the same Uhuru Kenyatta then embraced Raila Odinga. Is Raila Odinga the reason the mountain rejected Uhuru Kenyatta? Or is it possible that the mountain actually rejected Uhuru Kenyatta because of William Ruto's propaganda? I'm yet to understand why the mountain shamed Uhuru Kenyatta. Maybe you'll be able to make me understand by dropping your comment. In this particular video, I want to try and figure out why I strongly believe Uhuru Kenyatta is likely not to forgive the mountain for rejecting him. So before we get into all those, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And I want to make this particular request to you guys. In case you're watching this channel, in case you are subscribed or you are watching the videos but not yet subscribed, please subscribe now and then give the video thumbs up. Now, I want us to get back to the main subject of this video. Why do you think the mountain rejected Uhuru Kenyatta? For me, I think Uhuru Kenyatta made some 3 or 4 mistakes which he overlooked. The first mistake Uhuru did was accessibility. I remember at some point in time, Moses Kuria, who was the member of parliament for Gatundu South, who was representing Uhuru Kenyatta in parliament, alleged that he could not even himself access Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto made himself accessible. I remember Ndindi Nyoro also trying to explain at some point that he had a function and he really wanted the president to grace at that time. So he tried all possible means, methods to reach the president. It was not possible. Then he ended up in the hands of William Ruto. William Ruto agreed, presided over the event, and that's how their friendship began. So Uhuru Kenyatta made the mistake of making himself not accessible. The second mistake Uhuru Kenyatta made, according to some people in the mountain, was to embrace Raila Odinga, but without selling the name Raila Odinga. After the handshake, Uhuru Kenyatta then decided to start selling his legacy projects in the mountain. He forgot that he had a project here, Raila Odinga, and that he needed to sell Raila Odinga as an individual, and why he was supporting him to the people of mountain. So because of Raila Odinga and because of the negative propaganda against him, which Uhuru Kenyatta engineered, it became impossible. And that's what Ruto actually used to his advantage. The other mistake which Uhuru Kenyatta made was that he assumed that at the right time, he will be able to persuade the mountain, that the support he was getting from the mountain was automatic. And that's how Uhuru Kenyatta actually failed. And Uhuru Kenyatta, in my view, is going to suffer psychologically because of the rejection, and is not going to forgive the mountain. Why am I insisting that Uhuru Kenyatta is likely not to forgive the mountain? In next week, I think next week, Azimio will meet. Azimio Council will meet, and on top of the agenda is the ratification of the move by Uhuru Kenyatta to quit the council or Azimio altogether. Uhuru Kenyatta is the Azimio leader or chairperson, is going to quit politics. So during that meeting, Uhuru Kenyatta will stop being the chair of Azimio. Uhuru Kenyatta is also resigning as the party leader of Jubilee, which means Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to participate in politics. And for me, that is going to be the lowest moment for Uhuru Kenyatta. But Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to forgive the mountain for these 5 reasons. Number 1 is the Building Bridges Initiative process. You know, if you study William Ruto currently, he is actually trying to implement the Building Bridges Initiative process and proposals. William Ruto went to the mountain, convinced the voters of the mountain to reject the Building Bridges Initiative process. And the question I know you are asking is, why would then Uhuru Kenyatta not forgive the mountain because of BBI? Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to address certain historical issues affecting the mountain using BBI. Uhuru Kenyatta thought very strongly that BBI was going to position the mountain in leadership. So that if you have a prime minister, if you have a president, you have a deputy president, then there was no way the mountain will always miss somewhere because of their numbers. Because Uhuru Kenyatta figured out that it would be a tall order for someone else from the mountain to be easily accepted, because he's been the president. He saw how Kibaki struggled. And he also understood that one of the tasks William Ruto was going to do was to destroy the mountain and their political future. So he came up with the BBI. The BBI, which Uhuru Kenyatta thought was going to help his people, is what those people rejected. Remember, in the BBI, the constituencies which were going to be added, additional constituencies, were actually going to benefit Mount Kenya. Tell me today, if we were to have a review of the constitution, tell me if, for example, the Kenyan people will accept to grant those number of constituencies to the mountain. It cannot happen. Uhuru Kenyatta wanted that to happen. Uhuru Kenyatta also wanted the 1 man, 1 shilling concept, so that based on their numerical strength, even if they don't have the presidency, more resources was going to come to them. And they rejected Uhuru Kenyatta. So Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to forgive them. And probably Uhuru Kenyatta will be laughing at them in the next 2 or 3 years. So that's number 1. The second reason why Uhuru will not forgive these people is the handshake. You know, generally in this country, there has been this Luo-Kikuyu rivalry. The historical issues around the Luo-Kikuyu rivalry. Uhuru Kenyatta thought in his own wisdom that the best thing for him to do was to try and enter into handshake with Raila Odinga, so that some of these historical injustices, in quote, could be solved. And that the Kikuyus would continue doing their businesses even after elections. That Kikuyus would be free in future. The Kikuyu nation rejected the handshake. As we speak today, William Ruto is still using Rigathi Gachagua to perpetuate the Kikuyu-Luo rivalry. The impact of the unity which Uhuru Kenyatta wanted was felt after this election, but it will be felt later on. So Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to forgive them for that. The third reason why Uhuru is not going to forgive them is the 2022 election. You know, the Kikuyu nation actually just embarrassed Uhuru Kenyatta. They shamed Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta became helpless. I remember after the election, how Uhuru Kenyatta was humiliated during the swearing-in ceremony. The fact that these guys decided not to heed to the calls of Uhuru Kenyatta, it's a bit cold, sorry. The fact that these guys refused to even elect members of parliament on Jubilee Party. They refused to vote for Uhuru Kenyatta's candidate. How would you feel, for example, if you are Uhuru Kenyatta? You come from Gatundu South in a village. You are the president of the Republic of Kenya. You have a candidate, and that candidate is defeated in a polling station where you vote. Will you forgive those people? I doubt Uhuru will not forgive them. The third reason why Uhuru is not going to forgive them is the dynasty tag. You know, the mountain voted for Uhuru Kenyatta 2013, 2017 they voted for him twice. Uhuru Kenyatta was a hero. At what point did Uhuru Kenyatta change to become a dynasty? That's something which is really disturbing the mind of Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. So I'm certain and I'm 100% sure that because of that tag of dynasty, because you could tell how Uhuru Kenyatta was better whenever he was being referred to as dynasty. So he's not going to really embrace the mountain because of the fact that despite being one of them, despite them supporting him, voting for him, they then felt then that he is a dynasty. And lastly, embracing Ruto. Uhuru was the president. William Ruto was the deputy president. The two then decided to compete. Ruto went to the mountain. Uhuru went to the mountain. Then the mountain decided to embrace Ruto. So basically they rejected their own. Do you think Uhuru Kenyatta will forgive them? If something will go wrong in this government, Uhuru Kenyatta will simply tell them, muende kwa huyo jamaa. I don't know what you think. That's my take. In case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Without the support, the channel cannot be what it is. So I want to thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.